Apex Online Racing is sponsored by Elgato, who created this lovely Stream Deck. For more information about the Stream Deck, the link is in the description below. Good evening everybody, and welcome to another night of Project Cars 2 here at Apex Online Racing, and we are so excited to bring back GT3 on the Xbox platform for Season 11. It's been a long time coming, and I'm so pumped to see the best drivers on the Xbox platform battle it out to see who is the best of the best this season in the GT3 cars. I am Jess, and I'll be your commentator for the entirety of the season and tonight. Just me this season, as my lovely co-commentator last season, Aiden, is racing in the top tier on PT this season, but I'm sure we're going to have a cracker of a season nonetheless. Today is the second round of the season, and we go to a track that I really wanted to see in this season. If you watched the last race back in Watkins Glen like a few months ago, I really did say that I wanted Silverstone to be on the calendar. And look, now it is. I'm glad it was chosen, and it is a great track here in England. The track which recently celebrated its 17th anniversary, well 70th, not too long ago, and is a track that's produced some really great overtaking in a variety of different racing series. Key overtaking opportunities, especially down into the loop, as well as Stowe, Club and Brooklands as well. And if you're careful, you could do it down Corpse as well, but we have to wait and see what happens as far as that is concerned. So yes, so we are absolutely pumped to get this track and this season underway. We've got drivers that we have seen last season. We also got some drivers who were bumped from Tier 2 all the way to Tier 1, which is amazing to see as well. So I'll do a quick introduction in a second, but first of all, let's just go a quick rundown of the calendar for this season. So here we go. So last week they were at Algarve in Portugal, but unfortunately I couldn't do a stream last week because I was in London for F1 Esports, and I, to be honest, I had a really great time there, and I'm due back on the 31st of October, which I'm excited about as well. But anyway, going forward to this calendar, so we're at Silverstone this week, and it is going to be very interesting. It's no clue on the weather. I'm going to keep my mind focused on the races. Next week, just like they did last season, we have two endurance races. The first one is next week at Nürburgring Combined. Now this can be proved to be very challenging, I think, for the drivers, and it is going to be, I think it's going to be one of my favourite races. I'm so pumped for next week because I never commentated on Nürburgring properly before in any type of racing, so, and I always want to see how this goes, so I'm pumped about that. Then we got Objesleben on the 31st. Then we got Dubai on the 7th. Quito on the 14th. We got Outland Park International on the 21st. We have our second endurance race at Spa-Francorchamps, which I'm so relieved. I'm glad Spa-Francorchamps is an endurance race because, to be honest personally with that, Spa is definitely an endurance type of circuit. It's very challenging, and I'm looking forward to seeing how that goes. And we also have Texas Road as well. I've commentated on Texas Oval back in the IndyCar recently, about 4 or 5 weeks ago, but I never commentated on Texas Road before, so it should be challenging. I think some people may be used to the Texas Oval, but we shall have to wait and see. So we shall have to wait and see and find out what happens and how we can go with this. And then finally, to end of the season, we've got Laguna Seca on the 12th of December. So 10 rounds is going to be absolutely fantastic to see how these drivers fare. And the endurance races that happen is 90 minutes, and it will be reverse championship standings. And speaking of the championship standings, I'm going to get the championship standings up because we are still on a practice session at the moment. So as you can see, here are the standings from last week, and you can also see who is racing in the league. So I'll give you a quick introduction to those drivers as well. So currently in the lead of the championship, who won last week in Portugal, is, not a surprise, Wolf, our reigning champion, who won his second or third championship, I can't remember, but his second championship for Xbox One. And to be honest, he just goes to show that he is up to win a third world title in the GT3. So he won that, and his teammate Moo, unsurprisingly, taking second place, with Rainbow doing very well in third position as well. So those three drivers were in the top tier last season, and all three of them did very well. So I expect those three to be very close this season as well, especially Rainbow, who was in second in the Geneto Filler League, which I commentated on, and he is willing to possibly fight between the two Highland Racing guys in the championship as well. We also got Duberski in fourth place. Now I'm familiar with him because he did very well in the Geneto Leagues, but he wasn't in Tier 1 last season for GT3. It's going to be his first time in Tier 1 this season, and we would like to wish him the best of luck. Big congratulations to him for getting promoted. We've also got two drivers who were also in Tier 1 last season, familiar faces, Ninja and Chaos Fury. They finished 5th and 6th last week. And we also got another newbie to Tier 1 who I think was in Tier 2 last season or in Tier 3. I can't remember what. But anyway, we've got Detox, who is a newbie to Tier 1. And we like to say a big congratulations to him as well. And we got Sapple, who finished 8th. So I guess he didn't have a good race last time about. But he's our coordinator again for Season 11. And he's doing a great job making sure those leagues are put together with very good ease, in my opinion. And we got Ben, another familiar face to the GT3 Tier 1 scene, who finished 9th. And the last finisher, Copper Nuts, who I think is new to AOR altogether, I think, in 10th place. So welcome to the Tier 1 scene there. And LGS unfortunately disconnected last week, so he didn't finish. But we've got two people that didn't race last week. We've got Burnout, who didn't race last week either, and Lucas. But Burnout is a familiar face to Tier 1 as well. We've seen him race last season, and Lucas is also new to AOR as well, already jumping into Tier 1. So absolutely fantastic to see how this is going to work. So, are you all pumped for this? I am so pumped for this. It is Project Cars 2. And just a quick announcement regarding a code for the Project Cars 2 game. If you're interested in playing Project Cars 2, if you're liking what you're about to see today, Project Cars 2 celebrated their 1 year anniversary of Project Cars 2, and it's absolutely fantastic. So a big heads up, big well done to all the guys who work at Project Cars 2 for that. So they're giving away a code to 3 lucky winners, 1 per platform, 1 for Xbox One, 1 for PC, and 1 for PS4. All you got to do is follow and retweet ApexOnlineRacing. So retweet the tweet basically that you put out, and you got until the 24th of October to tweet that tweet out. So if you are interested in a free copy of Project Cars 2, that is what you've got to do. So we are about to get underway for 9 minutes worth of qualifying. I'm already so pumped for this. I hope you are pumped as well. You can also check all the other tiers and platforms which are going on at the same time as us as well. Just flip between all 4 streams that we have live on the channel. So very good to see that as well. So practice is just finished, so hopefully I can jump to the qualifying pretty soon, guys, so we can get underway. So who is my money on this season? Well, Wolf did absolutely fantastic last time about in Algarve, from what I've heard, obviously due to the fact that he won, and he is a force to be reckoned with. Moo as well, and Rainbow, and Seppel. We haven't seen Seppel's best yet, so I won't be surprised if Seppel will be fighting in Silverstone as well. So we'll be keeping our fingers crossed to see if possibly we can see those guys fighting, but we may see some new guys fighting. We will have to wait and see. Let me know your thoughts in the chat as well on what you think, who you think is going to do well in this championship as well. I'm absolutely so excited to see what these drivers can do. And it's going to be a very fantastic season. 9 great tracks coming up. And I hope you're all pumped as I am. I've been excited for about a week, ready to get this commentary started for GT3. And my voice is about to run out. This is one of the disadvantages of commentating solo, really, to be honest with you. So yes. So anyway, hopefully we can get this underway shortly. So I'm just going to see quickly. Somebody is just still under practice. That is why I think, yes, somebody is. Yeah, practice is over, so we can get underway soon. So excited, so pumped. So if you do want to shout out in the chat, by the way, guys, please let me know, and I will do my best to get a shout out there as well. So Samuel Cohen is in the chat. Hello, nice to see you. And if you want to get involved, just let us know in the chat. And also use the hashtag as well, AORPcars as well. We are powered by Elgato, who creates the amazing Stream Deck and the Elgato capture card, which I'm using today to stream these Project Cars 2 action, the HG60S. I do recommend you go and get those. And also we are powered by GT Racing and Thrustmaster. Now, qualifying is underway, so I'm about to flip over to the action. And are you ready? I'm ready. Let's get underway here at Silverstone. And we've got a few people about to come out there. So 11 drivers racing tonight, so a pretty good turnout we have got tonight. We're keeping our fingers crossed. Now, I think LGS was the first person to go out, but I think he decided to go to the pits again. Let's see who we can follow out of the pits. Now, let's follow this guy, Wolf. Now, interesting car he has chosen this season. He hasn't gone for the Ginetto, which was very dominant last season. He has chosen for something very dominant. Chosen something very different for the time being. Not many people went for the Ginetto this season. A lot of people chose for something different. Now, I'm going to get the thread up of the different cars because it doesn't say on the standings which car is which. So I'm going to get the cars up so you can see who the driver racing and the livery that he has chosen for this car. Absolutely love. And it'll be interesting to see what kind of lap he does around here in Silverstone. It's quite a sunny day, which is quite unusual for Silverstone. Usually in Britain it's rainy and stuff like that, so it's quite unusual to see it sunny in Silverstone. We thought it was going to be raining, but I think luckily it's not raining, which is a relief for the drivers. So let me just get the car selection. There we go. Wolf this season has gone for loads of people this season have gone for the Lamborghini. It is quite a popular car in the GT3 leagues, not just on Xbox One, but also on all the other 2 platforms as well, PC and PS4 as well. So it's quite a popular car for people to choose. So I'm really not that surprised that Wolf has gone for that. So yeah, also his teammate has gone for the Lamborghini, as well as Ninja, Dabursky, Moo, Detox, and also Cooper as well has gone for the Lamborghini. So quite a popular car choice, I've got to admit. And to be honest, I'm really glad that they've chosen it, because due to the fact that I love the sound of the engine and stuff like that. It's just pretty darn awesome to watch. It's just pretty nice to see them do what they can. So I'm absolutely relieved to see those as well. And I want to actually hear them as much as possible as well. So let's go on board with our reigning champion, Wolf. So I am going to, hold on a second. Here we go, riding on board. Look at the sound. Look at the sound. Well, listen to the sound of this Lamborghini there. Brilliant stuff here. As he's about to, I think, cross the line. Or is it going to be the second straight? I don't know. No, it's the second straight. I always get confused with that. But anyway, so let's look at all the other cars as well. Let's see what the other people are running in this as well. Because it's not just about Wolf, you know. So let's go to Ben as well, who's also on a lap time. Ben is in the Porsche this season. Very interesting type of car that he's going into it, because some tracks the Porsche is really fast, but in some tracks Porsche is not. So it will be very interesting to see how he copes in Silverstone. The Porsche it usually runs quite well in Silverstone, so I'm expecting quite good performance from Ben. So good. Burnout, who is not here tonight, is running the Bentley. And we also got, let me just see, Chaos Fury is the first person to set a lap time. He has chosen this season the Mercedes AMG, the second most popular car of the GT3 League on Xbox, and to be honest, it's my favourite type of car handling wise. It's just so much fun to drive, so much easier to drive, and it can handle quite a lot of tracks as well. So for me, great choice of car for Chaos Fury. And also someone else choosing the Mercedes is Seppel as well. And to be honest, I love the choice of livery that these guys have chosen for that. So and to be honest, I'm very impressed with what they have done to it. It is pretty awesome, to tell you the truth. Now let's see, who have I missed? Now Lucas, is Lucas in the lobby today? No, he isn't. He is running the Renault. LGS is in the lobby. He is running the Audi R8, which is, to be honest, a pretty awesome car. And I think everybody else that I haven't mentioned is running the Lamborghini. Now let me look at the Lamborghini people actually. We've already seen Wolf, who's currently our fastest man on the circuit, 1:59.5. We could see people on the 1:58 as well. Moon Inc. is currently in second position with a 2-minute 1. I absolutely love his choice there. I see someone in the green livery. Oh my god, that's my favourite colour. Who is it? Whoever is in that green livery, I'm going to be so impressed right now. But anyway, who else in the Lamborghini? We have got Detox, who was chosen for kind of a black livery, which I quite like as well. Rainbow has gone for a, wow, that is an interesting type of livery. It just makes you stand out quite a lot as well. I absolutely quite like the patterns used in that type of livery as well. Seppel has gone into the pits, so he'll be starting our lap pretty soon. Now Ben I've already mentioned, he's in the Porsche. Chaos Fury I already mentioned as well. LGS I've mentioned as well. Dubersky, he's the man who's running the green livery, the Lamborghini. One of my favourite liveries, I've got to admit, because that is what a true Lambo is all about, I've got to say. So, I absolutely love it. And I think we got Ninja in the same type of livery as Rainbow. I think they're teammates, I think. I'm not entirely sure. Are they teammates? Let me just check. Yes, they are. Rainbow and Ninja are teammates, so that's why they've chosen the same livery. We got Copper Nuts, who is also in a Lamborghini as well. He's chosen this livery, which is nice. I don't think he's on a team. Nope, he's in a teammate with wait a minute. No, he doesn't say what teammate he's in. I don't know. I don't know what team he's in. There's a few people that have chosen not to be in team to season, but to be honest, it is not mandatory for people to choose a team, so that is why. So the times at the moment are actually pretty spread out according to these guys. So some of them probably have set banker laps. But again, we shall have to wait and see what happens with these guys, how these guys are going to do. One of my favourite tracks around here in Silverstone. Very excited to see how this race is going to turn out for these guys. Wolf and Move pretty close to each other. We also got Ninja quite close as well. So we've got Team Highlands Racing 1 and 2. We've got ABR and VSR Racing 3rd and 4th. So we've got a 1, 2, 3, 4 here already in the mix. And we've got LGS up in P5 at the moment. What team is he racing for this season? He is racing for, he's not racing for any team, he's racing for his own. So LGS is the best of the rest at the moment. So I'm going to see if any of these guys are on a lap, because I want to take you guys on a lap around this Silverstone circuit, because trust me, it is amazing. I know I keep saying amazing loads of times, but especially with this sunny weather, it is pretty darn cool. So Yeah, Moo's gone into the pits as well, so I can't follow him. God's sake. Duberski's in the pits as well. Ninja, I think, is on out of a lap, I think. I'm not entirely sure. Nope, he's gone into the pits as well. God damn it. Who is not on a lap? Who is on a lap, I mean? Right, I am going to see. I think Rainbow's on a lap, I think. No, he's not. He's running slowly. Who? There we go. I think I found the right person to go on a lap with. Hopefully, anyway. So anyway, we're riding on board with Chaos Theory, who has proved to be doing very well towards the last stages of the season. Last season, I remember, in the GT3, personally. And he's proved to get some very good points. And he did all right last time out in Portugal as well. So he's hoping to do all right this season as well. So approaching one of the first straights here, one of the most common straights to overtake, of course, on this circuit. As the countdown is just about to turn 0. We've got the last people just about on a lap. Wolf and Moo, interestingly, not deciding to set another lap time, so they're not going to set a lap time, unfortunately. But will the gamble pay off? We will have to wait and see. I see a little bit of clips with the corner for Chaos Theory, but you never know, he could go towards the top. We'll see. LGS doing quite well in 3rd position, but I'm sticking on board with Chaos Theory, so I know he's going to be on a lap. As he's about to approach this tricky right-hander, here we go. He does that very well, managing to stay on the track quite nicely there. So I think this could be a very good lap for Chaos Theory there. Let me know who you're rooting for in the chat as well. We've got quite a few people watching on the stream. Hello, how are you doing? It's great to have this back on Xbox. I've been so pumped. As Chaos Theory is about to cross the line, what lap time does he set? He doesn't improve on his lap time. Let's see who else is on a lap. Rainbow, interestingly, which I thought was going slowly, but he's not. No, he's going into the pits as well. And Cobbernut has just finished his lap. So, looks like Wolf, the man who set the benchmark in the first race, is on pole position. Once again, he has shown why. He is the reigning champion in Xbox One Tier 1. And I'm super proud of him with his teammate Moo alongside in P2. And we have got Ninja in 4th. We've got LGS in 3rd. Rainbow in 5th position. Seppel in 6th. Duberski doing very well in 7th. Chaos Fury in 8th. Detox in 9th. And Cooper rounding up the top 10. I can't scroll down to 11th because I couldn't really see who is in 11th place. But I will double check in a second for you. So I will double check as well. So Farmer Joe is in the chat as well. Love the YouTube name there. it is pretty darn amazing, I gotta say. So good old Farmer Joe watching. Hope you're doing fantastic. So we are about to get underway then. Hope you're as pumped as I am. Hopefully we can get cracking pretty soon to get some laps in. So we're just waiting, keeping our fingers crossed here. I don't know why it's taking a long time than expected to load, but hopefully we can get a race underway soon. If not, I will find out what's happened, but hopefully we should get sorted as well. Now, I do believe Silverstone, I think, was racing Season 9 or Season 8 of GT3 for AOR. I think, if I'm mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, but I know it's been raced in AOR before in Project Cars, either on Project Cars 2 or the original Project Cars. So, should be interesting to see what the drivers make of it. They do find these guys, they do sometimes find these guys quite difficult, the track. So, oh, what has happened? What has happened? What has happened to the lobby? Now, I have to message Seppel. I think we have to start again. I'm not entirely sure what happened there. Excuse me. I am just going to message Seppel once a second. That was very mysterious, I gotta say. Okay, we're restarting. Okay, so they're going to invite me pretty soon, but I am just going to switch. Okay, so I think we may be restarting quali as well, but I'm not entirely sure. So I'm going to leave the lobby and I'm going to switch scenes. I need to find the right scene. There we go. So sorry about that. There was a few issues. I think it was because a lot of people were waiting, I think, as well. So yes, hopefully we can get this underway. I think it will just be the race, I think. Not entirely sure, but I will get an invite pretty soon as well. So luckily the coordinators are keeping me updated. Typical, the first race and there's an issue. But don't you worry, we will have some racing at some point. We will have some racing, so make sure you stay tuned and keep it locked at some point, and gives me a chance to get some water as well. Luckily I've got some water with me, so yes, I'm just going to wait till we get an invite. I've just got an invite. There we go. So I think what's going to happen is they're going to start, I do believe, the race. Now, I have just been invited to the party, but I am streaming, so I can't really join the party. But I'll just message him to say. So there we go. But hopefully he can keep me informed as well at some point as well. So very interesting start, I gotta say. But qualifying just shows who is the cream of the crop, really, to be honest with you. And it just goes to show the top two in AOR last season. Top two in AOR last season has done well in qualifying. It looks like it's going to be the race then. So is it just the race? I need to double check if it's just the race. It is more than likely going to be just the race. So it is going to be short practice apparently, and then it's going to be the race. Okay, thanks for clearing that up. I don't know why I'll keep doing doobie-doo, but right, I'm going to try and find some facts about this track actually whilst we get this underway. I'm trying to multitask at the same time. I'm trying to message the coordinator of the league as well, so multitasking does go pretty well for me, and I usually talk to myself quite a lot as well. So yes, so interestingly, quite a few endurance races do happen at Silverstone. Recently the 6 hours of Silverstone actually happened, and the British GT Championship, the Silverstone 500, happened in June earlier on as well. So that, to be honest, I didn't know that happened until I just looked that up just now, and that was quite, to be honest, that is quite cool. It's 500 kilometers apparently, and I need to actually try and find out who won it in this season actually, in 2018. I will keep an eye out at some point about that. But yeah, I didn't know that. But obviously you may know Silverstone also was held Formula 1 as well. That's where I watch majority of things, not gonna lie. It is a 3.66 mile circuit with 18 turns. It is going to be an overcast race, I think, as if I'm not mistaken. So we just going to get practice underway. So I'm not going to broadcast practice, mainly because I'm not going to make these people under pressure. So hey ho. So we are about to get underway pretty soon. Hopefully these guys can give some good racing, so I've been looking forward to this all this time. Actually, I'm going to broadcast the practice session just so I can get a quick look of delivery again. I know you guys want to see some racing, so we will bring you some action. So, apologies for the lobby issues, but fingers crossed it is sorted. I'm gonna touch wood right now. I am gonna touch wood right now, mainly because we hope this gets sorted. I am having a lot of optimism here. So yes, we got Ben racing today. We've got Detox. It'll be interesting to see how Detox does actually in the race. We'll be keeping our close eye on Detox, especially because he got promoted and from tier 2, and I think a few people have been promoted from tier 2, so it's great. It'll be interesting to see how the tier 2 people perform against the last season's tier 1. I don't think anyone dropped down from tier 1 to tier 2, I don't think, last season, but we shall see. For those of you wondering why there isn't a race yet, it's because we had some lobby issues, but we are going to keep our fingers crossed that things will be sorted at some point. They're in a party together and they're going to make sure things are running smoothly. So basically, the grid, when they line up on the grid, they'll basically go in the formation order. Oh, someone just went a little bit wide, but hey-ho. They're going to go in the order that they started qualifying. So Wolf will be the first to start the formation lap by the looks of things. So I'm just going to see who else is out getting a few laps in Ninja. And I'll also see Dabersky as well. I think Dabersky can also be a dark horse, I think, this season. In my personal opinion. Because he's done well in Ginetta. I've seen him do well. I've seen him battling his way through the field, as it were. So I am excited to see what he can do as well. So keeping my eye on him as well. Rainbow especially as well. Got a few people going to do some practices. Rainbow. I think I could see also Rainbow getting a few wins, more wins this season in my opinion. I'm going to try not to jinx him, but to be honest, he's a guy that really wants to win. And he wants to try and make sure he wins this championship as well. And possibly with his teammate he could do that. Or maybe they could possibly try and aim for the constructors as well. So we shall see what happens here and how well they do right here in Silverstone. So we've got 1 minute remaining of this practice session then before we kick off with this hour-long race, this 30 lap race as it were. So I'm just excited, I'm just pumped, I'm nearly jumping out of my seat. I just really want this race to get underway. I don't know about you guys, but I hope you guys are as well pumped as I am about this. So make sure you stay tuned, keep it locked for the next hour to make sure that we get some racing locked. But yeah, we shall see what happens here with this. We've got the last 20 seconds remaining of practice and then we could get some racing underway. And strategy, I think, could play things. I think it's more than likely it could be a one stop, but it depends on the tyres people use as well. So I think a majority of people could go for a two stop here, depending on how hot the tyres that they use and how well that they manage their tyres as well in the race as well. We'll be keeping an eye as well closely on the fuel usage as well here, as Rainbow has just spun. So let's not follow him anymore, because I think he's just doing a spin and possibly going to the pit soon. So we've got a few people going to go into the pits as well. Hopefully we can get a smooth transition to the race. Get your fingers crossed in the chat, guys. We've got Rep UK F1 News in the chat. welcome to the stream, buddy. How are you doing? Hope you're doing great. And who else? Nobody else is chatting in the chat right now, so let me know your thoughts in the chat as well. We like to make the stream as interactive as possible as well, just so you guys are aware of what's happening as well. And again, if you have any questions about how the league is set up as well, or any questions about the race in general, also please let me know as well. So finally, okay, we can get a race underway. Okay, so if some of you guys may be new to the AOR GT3 scene or Project Cars 2 in general, so I am going to give a brief explanation of how this is going to work. Basically, these guys have 2 minutes to get their setup sorted, because their qualifying setups can be extremely different to their racing setup, but they got to be careful not to change too much fix up, otherwise it can compromise their setup just a teeny little bit. So we will have to wait and see what happens here in this, just to see how these setups are. We're going to get a few people fixing a little bit, so if some bits may not work in qualifying, they may choose to work things a bit differently in the race, which we'll have to wait and see. And then once the 2 minutes is up, then we will start the AOR rolling start, which I'll go through in a little bit more detail in a second, because some of you may not know how this rolling start is going to work. And it is quite important that these drivers get this rolling start absolutely right, because otherwise penalties is at stake and the stewards will be looking to it. So let me actually get where the formation point is. I know where it is now. So we got the 5 lights going then, but they're not going to move yet, as we're going to wait 5 seconds, and they are going to get into position as Wolf is going to lead the field away going into turn 1 for the formation lap, as you can see right here. So basically how the formation start works is they go into a reduced speed, while the leader goes through a reduced speed of 120 kilometers an hour, 80 miles per hour in British terms. It depends what you like to call it. And they'll go there for about half a lap or so, shall I say, at that speed. The people behind the leader could go at whatever speed they want to catch up to him. But once they caught up to him, they have to go at a similar speed. But the leader is the only leader's got to make sure he keeps at a reduced speed. Now, they'll keep doing this until they get to the formation point, which is I think the last few corners of the racetrack. So as you get towards the pit entrance in Silverstone. So once you hit almost to the pit entrance of Silverstone, that is where the formation point is, and then they'll go at a reduced speed at 50 miles per hour at 80 kilometers an hour. And they'll keep doing this until they get to the acceleration point, which is the start-finish straight. And then it'll be up to our race leader, which is Wolf, to floor it. And basically go, and that will signify to everybody else that the race has begun. So we've still got our formation underway. Now I'm going to get the speedo up just so I can keep my eye on the fuel as well. So we're keeping our eye out on what's going on throughout the whole of the stream. So hopefully we can get things underway soon, as it'll be interesting to see how Mood does as well, to see if he can defend off his teammate. We've got the grandstand cheering, so we're finally going to get a race underway. I've actually got a question in the chat actually whilst this formation lap is going. Farmer Joe says, I don't ever see very many Americans racing. Is there a GT America League? I like to join sometime. Well, last season there was a few Americans racing in this league, but there wasn't an American League, no. But if there is interest, that would be quite nice, because a few people from New Zealand want to see a New Zealand League happening as well. So they're just about to get into formation. We've got one American in the chat. Hello, nice to meet you. Now, he's one of the Americans that raced last season. He's been pushing to get an American GT3 League as well. They're just about to hit the acceleration point. It's up to Wolf to floor it now. And we are underway as Wolf almost had a bad start there, but he recovered, which was quite nice. Moving second. Oh my word, there's been contact with the two teammates of Rainbow and Ninja right at the back there. So already carnage at turn one. They didn't get very, very cleanly as we thought, unfortunately. So what a shame for them. We could see a bit of damage there, but LGS are on the trail with Seppel as well. Catching up here at the moment. We're on board with Seppel at the moment. Seppel's going to try and make a move down turn 5. Is he going to do it? Looks like he does. Seppel is all the way up into third place right now. Let's see what other battles we have got. Already left, right and centre. It is going crazy here in Silverstone. Dabrowski is already over the back of LGS at the moment. He's catching up like a wild hawk. I already said that he was going to be a dark horse, and he already is, and he's going to make the... Oh, he almost made the move done, but unfortunately he didn't. So that wasn't the best. How is Chaos Fury looking up? Chaos Fury's catching up. So we already got a three-way battle for 4th place pretty much. This is insane. Moo's already catching up to his teammate as well. So already the ones looking good so far are Wolf, Moo and Seppel. Seppel, I'm not surprised for him to be in 3rd position. Hopefully he can stay there. LGS having an astonishing lap so far to try and catch up. And interestingly, Dabrowski still warming up his tyres. Maybe Dabrowski's tyres is still getting really cold at the moment, but we shall see for that one. But he's catching. He's about 7 tenths behind LGS right now. Chaos Fury. Now we've got Copper Nuts not that far behind from Chaos Fury as well. So interestingly, the battle's coming up right ahead is interestingly quite nice to see, and going one of the straights here, and he's going with lap 3 now. As is he going to make a move? No, he's a bit too far the back at the moment. Rainbow's already making his way. The two ABR and VSI guys are making it their way through the field after a appalling start, but hopefully, I know them, they can recover quite easily as well. So keeping my fingers crossed for that. How is Dabrowski doing behind LGS? He's closing up like a hawk. He's trying to see if he can make a move, but he realises there is not much space at all around this circuit at the moment to try and make a decent move. He's about 5 tenths behind LGS at the moment. I think he can catch up, you know. I think he can catch up. You never know. We shall have to wait and see on that one. And we could get an interesting view, actually. Interesting shot. Going through one of the tricky straights here. You can afford sometimes. You can afford to go flat out sometimes. Especially in F1 cars. But not entirely sure if you can go flat out in GT3, I've got to admit. But we shall see. We got Dabrowski, we got Copper Nut, and we got Rainbow, the closest battles on track at the moment. So we shall have to wait and see what happens. Dabrowski is not closing up at all at the moment. But yeah, he has dropped a few tenths down on LGS at the moment. But Copper Nut is not doing too bad. He is gaining on Chaos Fury by the mile here. He's doing a great job here. One of the drivers that got promoted, of course. And he's hoping to do very well. Gain some more points. I'm not sure what nationality he is. I don't know. Let me just get a quick double check what nationality he is. He is Italian or Irish. No, or Hungarian. The thing is, my flags between Hungarian and Italian get messed up completely. So yes, and we've got, I think, Rainbow closing up on his teammate as well. So we will be keeping our close eye as well. You can see the map We've got battles happening left, right and centre, as you can see on the map on the right-hand side, as it were. So already it's going to be quite tricky, in my opinion, to make sure that we keep on track with these battles here. So make sure you keep it locked. Duberski's now 1 second. Moose closing up onto his teammate. Can he do it? Interestingly, not that far behind on the same camera shot is Seppel. Seppel's only like 3 seconds off the pace between him and Wolf. And Moo, I mean. So he can catch up, but we shall see about that one. Be interesting to see how Moo is improving on his lap time. But even though Wolf was faster than last lap, Wolf was faster with a 2-minute 0.9. And Moo was a 2-minute 0.1. So Wolf already getting close to his pole time lap, race time wise. So that is incredibly amazing. So to be honest, I am pretty impressed with how he's doing. And Copper Nuts, let's see where he's up to. He's about 5 tenths a second adrift of Chaos Fury now. Let's see if he can challenge Chaos Fury. He's going to see if he can try and make a move. He's closing up, and you can see right now, the sound of these Lambo engines are pretty cool, they are. Really fast around Silverstone. The Lambos are definitely the cars to be all. Chaos Fury just went a little bit wide there. That's allowing Copper Nuts to gain a little bit more time, which I think he is, which is quite good, to be honest with you. And we shall see what happens here. Copper Nuts is dropping up a little bit, but not by much. Burski will be interesting to see how he does as well. Interestingly, Copper Nuts not playing the aggressive strategy at the moment. I think he's trying to conserve his tyres, I think, because he's not making the move too soon. He's just waiting until there's enough space, in my opinion. I think that's what he's doing. But we shall see on that one. Hello, if you just joined us. We are on lap 5 of this AOR GT3 League for the Xbox One Tier 1 platform. To be honest, I'm very glad this season for GT3 we have 3 tiers again for GT3, which I'm so proud about. And to be honest, GT3, one of my favourite leagues to commentate on AOR. It's my first league I ever commentated on for Project Cars 2, and it's because it's great to watch these type of racing. It's also very different to a race I used to commentate on. But Copper Nuts is gaining. He's gaining. He was faster that lap actually than Chaos. He's on a 2.40, whereas Chaos Fury was on a 2.041. So if Copper, oh, that is Chaos Fury spinning it in the gravel there. That's allowing Copper Nuts to overtake him and go into P6. Incredible stuff. Copper Nuts could be on with some serious points here. Now Moo. He's now 8 tenths per second separate between his teammates. Now if you're wondering what the warning sign is, it's when they're 1 second behind their nearest rival. I only found out in the last round of Janetta. But it just gave me a much better eye on the battles in hand, so that's what I like. And also just to let you know, for those of you who are wondering, because there were a few races in Janetta where I had that bug where I couldn't go on director mode on my own. I had to have someone else with me. But since then they fixed it, which I'm so relieved about, just in time for the GT3 season, which I am so happy. I think they fixed it last week, which is great news for all you guys watching here, because I am solo commentating for GT3 this season for Xbox One, so, and I'm actually enjoying it so far. But Moo's gaining, he's gaining. Moo's been faster for Wolf that lap. I don't know what, maybe Wolf is struggling on his tyres a little bit there, or maybe he's saving his tyres or saving his fuel. I'm not entirely sure how many litres of fuel they use per lap. If anyone knows, in the chat, can you let me know? Because that would be great. As yeah, it looks like Wolf is playing the saving game at the moment. Yes, he is, because Wolf is still on good amounts of fuel, so he could be on a one-stop strategy, I think, eh? Yeah, Wolf could definitely be on a one-stop strategy with the way he is saving his fuel at the moment. Now, LGS is another man on a mission here. Now, LGS is a man that I know very well indeed. Not from Project Cars 2, in fact, but I know him because I commentate on him for F1 2018 for Xbox One F2 tier. And he is doing not too bad at the moment. In 4th place here. Catching up, but we got Duberski not that far behind either, so already we can see a midfield battle looming. A three-way battle for 4th place coming up. And I think we've got LGS closing up to Seppel as well, so it could be 3rd place catching up as well. Ben's out. Ben disconnected. Not sure what happened with Ben, so he might have had a few accidents. To be honest, I'm not entirely sure, so what a shame. But hopefully he'll be back up and at it next week for the endurance race. So LGS is about 1.1 seconds behind Seppel. Duberski's about 9/10 per second in front of behind LGS. So LGS is kind of in the middle of that sandwich, as it were, at the moment. Will he crack under the pressure, or will he make sure that they race to their full potential? We shall have to find out here. Let us know your thoughts in the chat, of course, of what you are thinking of what is going on. That is brilliant to see, as LGS is around 1.5, but Duberski is catching. He's catching like a hawk. He's now 7/10 behind LGS right now. He could make a move for the next couple of laps, I think, because Duberski is faster than LGS right now. LGS was on a 2-minute 3. Duberski's on a 2-minute 2.7. And I think Duberski's still fast this lap as well when they just cross the line. So, brilliant work at this stage. So on lap 8 then, out of 30. If people are doing 2 stops, we could see people coming in soon. But it looks like a lot of people will be going on to 1 stop. Rainbow's gone into the pits, interestingly enough. So let me go on a different shot of camera. There we go. He's going to the pits at the moment. He's just come out of the pits at the moment, so he's a bit further behind than anybody else. But low in the sound of that Lambo engine. Wow. He is closing up 6/10 now. What was he gained on that sector? I couldn't really tell what he gained on that sector, to be honest, but we shall see coming up soon. Seppel's lost a bit of time on Moo as well, so I think Moo is comfortably in 2nd at the moment behind his teammate Wolf. Again, these 2 guys running insanely well. They've already showing they are the best of the best. They're already pulling away from the rest of the field at the moment. But look at Duberski. He's not that far behind at all according to that camera shot. Look at him. Look at this guy. He is sensational at the moment. Showing some absolutely fantastic pace. So all in all, very impressed with how he's doing. But still have 10 drivers racing in this race then. Who is going to come out on top? We shall see. Duberski was a few laps down this lap. That was kind of interesting. So it is quite odd just to see where he is at this stage. Nobody's got penalties yet, which is good. So that is good news. Oh, Tabaski's going to try and make a move around the outside, but what a great defensive move from LGS there. He shut the door on Tabaski, as it were. And he got the move done, but Tabaski is going to make another chance. Let me go on cockpit cam, actually. Let me just get a different move. Has he got the move done? Yes, he... No, maybe not. I thought he had the move done there for a second yet, but unfortunately, he didn't. He could have another chance going for towards the start finish straight. A great opportunity for overtaking where you can go all flat out here. And they can't afford to push it too much because they will need to pit soon. Because they got to manage their fuel as much as possible as well. And keep it clean, as it were. Closest battle on track at the moment is these guys. That's why I'm following them. But we've got Coppernut still in 6th. Chaos Fury trying to recover from his mistake from earlier. Ninja doing not the best of starts, but in P8. So still going to get some good points at the moment. And we got Detox in at P9 and Rainbow in P10. Dabursky. I am actually looking forward to seeing what these guys do. I am so pumped. This is absolutely sensational stuff from Dabursky as he got the move done nicely and he's up into 4th. Well done. That is definitely the move of the race so far. Oh, a little bit of a mistake for the both of them. LGS is still closing up. He's not giving up in the slightest here. Look at him. Look at him. He is closing. He's about 0.3 per second separating between those two. Sometimes the midfield battles are the most interesting. LGS is going to try and make a move. Can he do it? Oh, Dabaski's gone wide. He has gone wide. That's allowed LGS through again. Dabursky, I think, was in a bit too much pressure. And that allowed LGS back through into 4th position. An interesting battle there, which I think is going to go right down to the wire here. I think Detox has already made a pit stop. Let's see where everybody else is in relation. Moo is about 3 seconds behind Wolf at the moment. Wolf on a great... Not following too much for him at the moment, because obviously he is leading. He's not involved in too many battles at the moment. He's just running his own race, but he can't afford to become too complacent, of course. So... But, liking the choice of livery, as I said. And Moo is in its second. Seppel is about 8 seconds behind Moo, so I don't think he's going to close up. But I think the battle that's happening between 4th place at the moment is allowing Seppel to be comfortably in 3rd. Dabursky almost lost it again there. But luckily, he's going to try and close in. He's about 1.2 seconds behind LGS at the moment. Coppernuts is about 3.3 behind Dabursky, so Coppernuts is praying, to be honest, and hoping for a mistake between the other guys. So we shall see. So we're almost halfway into this second round of Silverstone, and I hope you're enjoying it so far. If you are liking the AOR stream, don't forget to get involved in the chat, just like Rep UK F1 News is doing, and the One American. And also click the subscribe button, click the thumbs up button, and turn notifications on so you know when to see a stream from AOR next. Dabursky was, I think, about 8 tenths down on LGS then, but now it's dropped back again to 1 second, so he could possibly close in. How's Ninja doing? Ninja, I think he's doing alright, but Detox I won't be surprised if Detox closes in either. Detox and Ninja have very similar lap times in my opinion. Yeah, they do. Detox is faster, so he could... I won't be surprised if Detox can close in. We shall find out. I think he can, you know. He could possibly can do it. And we will follow that battle as he continues. And Rainbow's trying to make sure that he has a recovery race of a lifetime here. And Aldebatsky's going to try and make a move. Look, good job I caught this battle just at the right moment. Oh, he almost made the move. Is he going to make the switch back? No, he isn't. He's been forced to stay where he is. Can he make a move going into turn 1 in a second? Let's go on board with the hunting Dabursky. Here we go then. The battle for 4th. I said this was going to get interesting. And it is... Oh, they're very tightly together at the moment. Oh my word, this is absolutely insane. This is incredible stuff from these two drivers. LGS and Dabursky doing superbly and definitely putting on a show for the stream. Are they doing it for the stream? They just wanted position. They probably wanted position, you know. Dabursky's a bit down on pace at the moment, but I am sure he can close in onto LGS in a hurry. I'm praying we can see some more battling here. As Dabursky is going to have another opportunity. Yes, he might do it. He goes. Oh, he almost had that. He almost had that. LGS defending nicely well. LGS, interestingly, knew in a line of what Dabursky was taking. And that's what helped LGS. Copper Nuts is doing well as well. He's 1.9 seconds, closing up to 1 second. We could see a three-way battle here for 4th. I hope you are as excited as I am, because to be honest, I am as well. Let's see how Dabursky's doing. Ooh, is he going to make it? No, he's not. He's not. My heart is definitely racing right now. Oh, Dabursky's gone into the grass. Luckily, he's staying in touching distance of LGS, which is good news. Let's get a different camera shot, I think. Here we go. Let's see. Here he goes. Is he going to make the move? Yes, he does. He's into 4th place. But I know LGS is going to have some fighting spirit him still. He is not letting Dabursky have that position that easy. Just saying. Insane work from the pair of them. But look at Nuts. Look at Copper Nuts. He's 1.1 seconds behind LGS right now. I told you he was on the pace, and he definitely was here at the moment. So LGS can definitely be under pressure at the moment. I won't be surprised, to be honest, if that happens, but we shall have to wait and see what goes on here. We've got LGS, I think, closing up on onto Dabursky as well. So very excited to see how that turns out. Oh my word, this is going to get it. Probably the most exciting thing I have ever seen in my life. How fast these engines go in Silverstone is just beyond me. It is great to see them racing for their life here. So LGS was down on Dabursky that lap. We got Copper Nuts on the same camera shot as well, so that is interesting. LGS is 9/10 per second behind Dabursky right now. Let's go on cockpit cam. Let's get the cockpit cam up, lads and ladies. Even though I'm a lady, I like calling people lads, because obviously most people that are watching the stream are lads. LGS, I think, is just a bit too further back to possibly make the move stick. I think that's what's happening at the moment. So he's not going to make the move done. But interestingly, Detox is about 1 second adrift behind Chaos Fury at the moment, as Chaos Fury is dropping all the way down at the moment, which is a bit of a shame. That's allowing Detox to close in on him. He's about 7/10 at the moment. Can he catch up? We will have to wait and see. He's right behind him at the moment. We will keep an eye on the LGS and the Bursky battle as well. He just joined us. Hello, welcome to the Xbox One GT3 Season 11. I can't believe it's Season 11 already. Absolutely insane. Just goes to show how dedicated these guys are. I wonder how long these guys have been racing for in the GT3 leagues on AOR. Who's been there for the longest on Xbox? I wonder, eh? Detox is not that close enough to Chaos Fury, I think, to possibly make a move, unfortunately. So, which is a bit of a shame. But hey ho, we're halfway into this Grand Prix now, as Wolf is still in the lead. He's dominating. But I don't think any of these guys pitted yet. But to be honest, they will have to pit at some point. So I think there are mandatory pit stops, just like they were last season. And don't forget, the Ferrari GT3 is banned for this season again, because in previous seasons the Ferrari GT3 has shown to be a dominant one, as it were, so that's why that's still banned. So let's see how the others are doing. LGS and Nuts, Copper Nuts. Can Copper Nuts close in, or maybe those three can possibly make a jump at the pit stops, but we will find out how that's going to work at some point as well. So let me know your thoughts in the chat as well. That should be interesting for the drivers. Keep an eye on. And at some point we will be getting your votes as well for driver of the day here. So we want to get your opinions on who you think has performed well in these leagues so far. It's Copper Nuts is about 1.5 seconds. LGS is slowly losing time on Dubersky at the moment. So I think Dubersky could be the one on a mission. He could be on a dark horse hunt at the moment. As Wolf, our race leader, then is going into the pits. Let's follow him out of the pits then. If I get the cameras right, there we go. He's taking tyres. He hasn't taken much fuel, I don't think. So yes, looks like he's definitely. Oh, interesting choice of camera that the game decided to put me on. But hey ho, that was a pretty decent stop from Wolf. As he goes out of the pit straight then. Where does he come across? He comes across, goes behind Dubersky. And due to the fact that pit stop, I must have missed that battle with Copper Nuts. No, I don't want to quit the session. That'll be a disaster. But anyway, Copper Nuts all the way up into P5. Great stuff. So, Copper Nuts, one of the ones got promoted a few tiers, is doing absolutely fantastically. and doing very well to try and keep up. So I'm very impressed with him, his pace so far. He could be, I think he's definitely one of my contenders for driver of the day at the moment. I know it's early doors, but we shall see. I think Wolf could possibly make, I think he can easily make his way past the Dubersky, or maybe Dubersky could not make his life a bit too easy, but we'll have to wait and see. But don't forget, Dubersky will still need to pit. So maybe they can't afford to battle it too much, because otherwise it can cause people to make unnecessary pit stops if they don't want to. So we shall see how Wolf is doing. Yeah, no, Dubersky's not making the move done that easy. Oh my word, is Wolf gonna, yeah, he easily goes past Dubersky. Dubersky knows he has to pit soon. I won't be surprised if Dubersky goes on and pit soon. Seppel's going onto the pits as well. So another one of our leading bunch then deciding to make the move. Moo, one of the last of the leading bunch to pit. So very interesting call from Moo. Is the gap going to be good enough for him to stay out and possibly still take the lead? We shall see. I'm trying to get the onboard camera. It's not letting me. Hold on. Ah! There we go. So I can see the pit. There we go. Oh. I think someone else is waiting for the pit stop as well. That's LGS. So LGS is pitting as well. Quite a lot of people pitting as well. So very interesting. Let me get the trackside camera now. Seppel's all back down to 6th. He almost, you gotta be careful there. He almost had a battle with Chaos Fury, but I think he just went ahead of Chaos Fury. So that was good. Chaos Fury doing not too bad at the moment. Can he make his way past Seppel though? I think Chaos Fury's already pitted. I'm not entirely sure. He possibly excuse me. He possibly will have to make another stop. But oh, Seppel's gone wide. Seppel's gone wide. He is struggling a little bit. I might have jinxed him a little bit there. I am not entirely sure what happened in that one. But hopefully he can make his way back. Wolf is now back up in contention. He is in 2nd position. So great stuff from Wolf. So I think once Moo pits, that could be quite interesting. So the gap is 21 seconds, but is a pit stop just about that? So maybe Moo has possibly played his strategy quite right. We shall have to find out. We will keep an eye on that as it continues then. I hope you're still going to be watching this as much as possible. Don't forget we have the PS4 and the PC Tier 1s happening simultaneously, as well as PC Tier 2 as well, if you want to find out what's happening for that, as their races are just about to end. And make sure you keep watching this, because this is definitely entertaining. No, Moo hasn't appeared yet. He's on good pace though. Wolf is on 1:59, a similar pace to his pole time. So already I think what's happening is the track is starting to rubber in, I think that's what's happening. I think that's what's causing it, in my opinion, but hey ho. Let's see. All Chaos Fury's in the pits right now. LGS, I think, hasn't appeared yet. LGS is all the way down in 8th at the moment. Dubersky in 3rd. So very impressed with him. How this is going to pan out, I don't know. I am looking forward to seeing how this pans out. Hope you guys are still watching this with absolute excitement here in Silverstone. It is quite an overcast day, just like it is normally in Britain, I got to admit. But it's not raining, because usually it rains in Britain quite a lot. So thank goodness it's not raining in Silverstone, otherwise a lot of people in the grandstands will be getting their umbrellas out. So on lap 19, Wolf is still in the lead. Not much battle to see at the moment. Not many people close to 1 second. I'm just going to see. I think Ninja and Sepp will be in the closest battle, but they seem to be closing up. Dubersky and Coppernuts maybe. I'm not entirely sure. Who is your money on to win this race, guys? Let me know. But for those of you that have been watching since the very start, dedication right there. And it is nice to commentate on GT3 once again. I've been buzzing about this and it's been a good race so far. I'm really enjoying myself and I really don't want this to end. It's been absolutely fantastic to see these drivers. There's a Ninja's going to the pits. Oh, why is it not letting me get Ninja in the pits? Now it is. He's going to the pits at the moment. Oh! Wolf has got a penalty. I did say earlier on no one has got penalties yet, but I think I probably jinxed it. Wolf has got a penalty. Let's see. I think it's only a second, but let me double check. 1 second. Oh, not too bad. He's about 10 seconds ahead of Dubersky, so the 1 second penalty is nothing for him. As long as he doesn't close in, as long as he's not in 1 second, the car behind is 1 second behind, we shall see. But Ninja's out of the pits at the moment. Let me just change cameras, hold on a second. So I didn't know that Wolf would be the first person to get a penalty on this race. That is very interesting. We are approaching the latter stages of this Grand Prix. And I'm very looking forward to seeing how these guys also handle Nürburgring next week, the 90-minute race. And it'll be reverse championship order as well. I'm actually excited to see how that is going to work and how that is going to pan out next week. So pumped. Don't forget also, I was going to say something else, but Moo is going to the pit. As you can see in the background, Wolf's about to cross the start-finish line. I think Wolf's taking the lead at the moment. Interestingly, Moo not taking fuel. So he thinks the fuel that he's got is going to take him to the end. We shall see, but I definitely know that he's taking tyres. So yeah, Moo's gone out of the pits at the moment. Clean pit stop from Moo. So he's going to come out and he's going to come out in 4th. I don't think that Copernut and Dubersky haven't pitted yet. So I think, if my calculations are correct, I think they are at a net second at the moment. Moo. Not entirely sure. But I will keep my eye on that. Just be sure about that. So, 10 laps to go. Detox now in the pits now. Has he pitted twice now? I'm not entirely sure. I haven't been paying attention as much, but I think he has pitted twice. I don't know. Maybe it's gone for a 2-stop, but again, not entirely sure. But we shall have to find out. Copernut's doing ever so well to try and do as well as he did. But he's doing well on his tyres, so maybe if he doesn't stop, he can go towards the end and get a good position here. We shall have to wait and see. I'm actually going to check if mandatory pit stops are mandatory in this league. I will check for you. I will keep my double checkness. Why did I say checkness in a weird way? But we shall see. So, let me just have a look. Pit stops. Yes, people need to go into the pit stop at least once. They haven't changed that at all. So, yes, Copernut is going into the pits right now. I think he realised he still needs to pit. But I think I won't be surprised if he's just going to pit for tyres. Because he's doing alright with fuel. I think he's going to manage his fuel load to the end of the race. But yeah, he'll just probably pit for tyres and that's it. But there might be people that just pit. They could just stop at the pit box and that's it. If they can manage their tyres well and manage their fuel to the end, they could just stop at the pit box, then that's it. But I think it is quicker to either take just fuel or just tyres than just stop at the pit box, in my opinion. So I think that's what it is at the moment. But we shall see. Moves now back up into second now due to the fact that Copper Nut has pitted. Copper Nut's still in fifth though, so pretty decent stuff. Very impressed. I know I keep saying very impressed throughout this whole entire stream, but you know, and also let me know as well what you're thinking of the stream so far. I hope you guys have been enjoying it as much as I have been commentating it. It's been great so far to see these drivers put the pedal to the metal, as it were, here. And also, I really hope the sound audio is fine as well. I made sure that I tested before the stream as well, and it is okay, hopefully, by the looks of things. So, hopefully they're alright. It looks like it at the moment, so it's all good. So, how's LGS doing now? LGS is closing up to Copper Nut. That could be a battle and a half here. We're going to follow this battle then. We haven't seen much battles in this race so far until this very moment. So if you just joined us, you have just joined us at perfect time here. So we will watch these to see how this develops here. Let me get an onboard shot. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Let me get an onboard shot with LGS. He doesn't want Copper Nuts to have 5th place that easy, I can tell you. The burst is in the pits, so it'll be interesting to see where he comes as well. Rep UK's been enjoying the race and the commentary. Thank you very much. I try to make this commentary entertaining, and also the drivers also been trying to make the races entertaining as well. So it's teamwork all around here. Dubersky could join on a battle between Copper Nut and LGS. That could be interesting. That could be an interesting battle coming up. This is going to be insane, hopefully. Just join us from the other streams. Hello. The Xbox One stream is still going on because there was an issue with the lobby to begin with. That's why they had to do another race. Luckily, this is still happening. Dubersky, where's Dubersky? He's still in 4th. But I think he still needs to warm up his tyres a little bit because it's a bit cold at the moment. He definitely did put some new tyres on, I think. So, between Dubersky, I think Copper Nuts is about 5.5 seconds. So I think Dubersky done very well to pit when he did. And so it looks like Dubersky just needs to pit again. So that's good news. There's LGS. He's going to try and close in. He is closing in like a hawk. Not much other battles happening at the moment. This is the only battle we can see close on the map. I think we've got a few people also being lapped here as well. Actually, also, I'm very impressed with how these guys also in the Xbox One tier have been managing their fuel as well. Because I haven't seen anyone low on fuel when they pit. They're always on a decent amount of fuel because, most of them just pitted for tyres, and I think most of them have put enough fuel to last to the end of the race and just mainly focus on the tyres. I think that's my personal opinion, but it'll be interesting to get the driver's opinion on that as well. So don't forget, let me know your thoughts in the comments or in the YouTube chat. Let me know your thoughts on driver of the day so far in this Xbox One tier, the GT3s. Wolf is dominating. He's 21 seconds clear of his teammate at the moment. This looked like it could be another easy win for Wolf. It could be 2 wins in a row. He didn't have that last season, unfortunately. He lost the second race. So the second race curse, I think, has gone by the looks of things, as Wolf could be on to take his second victory of the season. He is definitely on course to do well in this GT3 league as well this season. Could he be the first person in history in AOR to get 3 championships in a row in Porsche Cars 2 on Xbox? I'm mainly talking about the Xbox platform here more than anything else, so we shall see. And also let me know in the chat as well, what's been your favourite moment of the race so far? I may be putting together some highlights as well. So it'll be interesting to see what your best moments are of the race coming up as well. Mainly my favourite moment of the battle so far was definitely between LGS and Duberski. I think Duberski has lost it. Sorry I missed that, but I think Duberski lost it. I'm not entirely sure what happened with Duberski, but I think he seems to be losing a bit of time. His lap time is down. I think I jinxed him again. I think not doing very well with jinxing, I've got to say. And I think a few people have gone past him. Ninja's gone past Duberski. Yep, he is struggling at the moment. He'll probably will have to pit again. He's got a bit of damage, I think, or it might be a visual glitch. I'm not entirely sure. He is slowing down a bit than normal. He's about 14 seconds down on his previous lap time. So, because he was doing ever so well, he got involved in so many battles throughout the race, and then he just binned it. Unfortunately, I didn't see what happened. To be honest, I felt gutted that I didn't see what happened, but oh well. We shall find out at some point pretty soon. Find out what happened with these guys. And we shall see at the moment how well they're doing. I think Moo's pretty comfortably in second at the moment, so this could be a 1-2 I think at the moment for Team Highland Racing, by the looks of things. So this could be good for the Team Highland boys. Another 1-2 maybe, but Ninja doing ever so well. He did a good lap time. He's fastest out of LGS at the moment. So LGS could be under pressure again from Ninja. So he's been under pressure from quite a few people this race so far. So I won't be surprised if he could be under pressure. So let's go on board with Ninja then. Let me just see. Wow, hold on. Why won't it let me go on board? There we go. There we go. Let's go on board with him at the moment as Ninja's all the way up in 6th. LGS's heart must be definitely racing at the moment, going through this long straight. And also, my job, I think, this season will be to learn the corner names of each circuit better before the stream. So I know the name for the corners, I just don't necessarily know how it goes where, so. Oh, it's Ninja spun! Ninja has spun! Not entirely sure what happened there. But he's lost a bit of time. I jinxed him again. A bit of commentator's curse. Oh my word. I do apologise, Ninja, if you're watching this back, that I might have cursed you again. Sorry about that. As Wolf is just about to start lap 26 soon. Fastest man on the circuit at the moment with a 2:06 lap time. Decent stuff from this. Just goes to show that he doesn't need Janetta to race well in this league. He can race just as well in the Lambo. The Lambo is definitely the car to be in this season in the Xbox platform, I've got to say. And also let me know if you want me to do a commentator's challenge on the GT3s again, because to be honest, that will be quite fun to do on my channel. So I might do that on my channel. Bring that series back to its former glory, you know. So, well, lap 26 out of 30. 4 more laps to go. 8 minutes of racing. And it is going to be fun to see how these drivers manage these last 4 laps here. If you're liking the content, please don't forget to click the thumbs up button. and also the subscribe button, and make sure you turn notifications on so you know when to see a stream from AOR next. There's iRacing on Fridays at Harper State. Make sure you do check that out. It's a great series. It's Formula Renault. R Factor is on Saturday at Harper 6, so make sure you do check that out as well. I will almost certainly be checking that out. Don't forget, no F1 2018 action on Sunday. There will be a break due to the fact that of the real life United States Grand Prix, so there will be a 2-week break week for that. So the drivers for F1 2018, all those leagues, will be getting a nice well-earned break for 2 weeks to enjoy the F1 in real life, and they'll be getting some much-needed practice in to get focused for Baku, which I'll be excited about as well. Not much battles to report with, unfortunately. I think the closest battle are between LGS and Ninja. Ninja's got to do his absolute best to try and make sure he recovers. And he is going to try to do his best. He's keeping his wits about him, I've got to say. LGS must be breathing a sigh of relief after he's seen Ninja with that spin. But I definitely do want to see Ninja fighting back. Detox has dropped his way down the order. I don't know what's happened with him. Ooh, his front is not... Or it might be just a visual glitch. I am not entirely sure, but we shall see. Rainbow, I think, is up in 9th at the moment. But he could be under pressure from Detox. Yes, he can. Oh, Rainbow spun! Oh, my word, that was close. That could have been a massive collision from Detox and Rainbow, but thank God that collision was avoided. We didn't want any more damage here. Thank goodness there wasn't any much damage. But anyway, Ninja's on the back of LGS at the moment. Let's go on board with the Ninja, as I say. To be honest, I would like to call them some lovely nicknames. If anyone got any nicknames for these guys, please let me know. Lord, Ninja's suffering a little bit of lag my end, or it might be just me, I'm not entirely sure. Because sometimes I do remember last season a few people were lagging our end, but they weren't lagging the driver's end, so this might be the case this season as well, but we shall see. As Ninja to the back, Ninja could possibly make the move done. Can he do it? No, LGS tries as well to defend. LGS is definitely the king of defending. I almost said the queen there, but he's not a girl, so absolutely close battles between these two. Not much contact at the moment, which is brilliant to see. Some clean racing from the pair of them. Ninja trying to make another move. LGS keeping the outside line. Ninja on the inside. Ninja staying put, and he saw that there wasn't much space, so unfortunately he had to make it stick. How is Dubersky doing? He's clawing his way back up the field. Dubersky is closing up onto Chaos Fury at the moment. He's about 7 tenths separating between him and him. I'm a bit sad that Dubersky has dropped his way up the field due to the fact that he had some very good battles earlier on in the race. And I felt, to be honest, I felt quite bad for him over how he's doing, really, so but hopefully he can recover. We've still got this battle to follow on though between now and the end of this race. Another midfield battle, that's all we like to see here in AOR. See the drivers battle it out to the full here. And usually the midfield battles usually make this the most interesting, not gonna lie. I usually find them interesting to watch. How these drivers cope as well. Ninja is about 4 tenths behind him now. It's getting crazy. On board. We're on board with Ninja. Let's see what happens here. Is he going to make the move stick? No, he doesn't. Maybe he can. Oh, he almost got it done. He's side by side between LGS at the moment. The camera almost climbed the wrong direction then, which didn't really help in the slightest. But luckily we got it. Ninja, I think, has made it way past LGS, but LGS is not giving up in a hurry. He's going to try and make a move down the inside, but it didn't work. LGS weaving just a little bit, but he's still got a few more laps. And he's trying to make sure that he is up and at him at the moment. So what I'll be doing is towards the end of this race, I will be, well, at the end of this race, I will be putting the drivers up through their paces for the interviews. Because you guys liked the interviews last season, so I will be bringing them back this season as well. Ninja doing very well to try and hold off LGS during these last couple of laps. Very impressed with how he's doing. LGS has definitely been involved in a share of battles throughout this race, I've got to say. 2 more laps to go as Wolf is already charging. Wolf having a very slower lap time, but I think he's definitely going to be saving on his time at the moment, I think. But that'll definitely, we'll keep an eye on that battle as well. Seppel doing very well to be consistently on the podium. And he's just, to be honest, Seppel is doing a better showing than last week. He to be honest, he's definitely stayed out of trouble this race, which is absolutely fantastic. And I feel happy for him because he had a poor showing last week, and it's great to see him on a comeback charge and in the podium and possibly gain some good points in the championship and closing up, and he could possibly take a fight to the 2 Team Highland guys. Shame he didn't get involved in much battles. He mainly drove his own race today, but he definitely stayed out of trouble, and that's why he is in 3rd. And I think my driver of the day so far, as long as he doesn't bottle it, it's got to be this guy, Coppernuts. He's played the strategy to perfection. He has called it when he needs to. Good strategy. And I qualified quite low and moved all the way down to 4th. And he got involved in some superb battles, keeping it clean. And very impressed with how well he's doing. So, all in all, I think Coppernuts got to go to my driver of the day so far. And also Wolf as well. One of my drivers of the day as well. But Coppernuts, very impressed with his pace today. We're on the final lap as we're on board with our race leader. To be honest, I'm not really that surprised that Wolf's. He's apart from when he was at the pits and didn't pit. Wolf has led every single lap, pretty much. So that is the case here. And he's been great to watch last season, and it's nice to see him race season after season, trying to fight for championships. And Moo didn't fight his teammate the way he would have wanted, but he wanted to get some points for the team as well. And don't forget, it's not just about the Drivers' Championship, it is also about the Constructors as well as anything. So here we go then. Wolf is going to cross the last couple of corners in Silverstone. It has been a fantastic race for him. A great race to commentate on, I got to admit. He's about to cross the start-finish straight. He goes on to win the 2nd round in Silverstone. His 2nd race in a row in Season 11. He's celebrating like, he's definitely doing some donuts. Look at him. He is very happy with his performance. Well done to Wolf. I'll be getting a word with him in the interview box in a second. And Moo is going across the line in second. He might be joining. Yep, he's going to join his team. Oh, he almost joined his teammate there. I think Sapple's going to cross the line soon. I think he must be pretty happy with third. So yep, he's in third. And Copper Nuts, well done to him. He is going to come across the line in fourth position. Well done to him. He came from tier 2. I do believe him. To get a fourth place in the second round is amazing stuff for him. Ninja's going to be in 5th with LGS in 6th. Chaos Fury in 7th. Dubersky in 8th. Detox in 9th. And Rainbow, having a race to forget, I think, is in last of the finishers. But we had one finisher, one non-finisher, and that was Ben, and he disconnected, I think. So, but oh well. We're just waiting for the last few guys to finish. To be honest, I don't know what happened with Dubersky, but Dubersky was having some good battles, but maybe he just lost it a little bit with the tyres, but you never know. But I can't wait to see him fighting again next week. I hope he does well next week and he can be the dark horse, so we shall see. So, here is your standings then. Wolf in first, taking the win once again. Interestingly, he got another penalty down, but it didn't really matter. Gazette the fastest lap of the race. Moo in second, Seppel in third, Copper Nuts in 4th position, ABR Ninja in 5th, LGS in 6th, Chaos Fury in 7th, Dubersky in 8th, Detox in 9th, and Rainbow, the last of the finish, in 10th, and unfortunately Ben disconnecting in 11th. So, we are about to get our podium finishers in the party. So, I am going to start one. So, I'm going to switch scenes quickly. Hopefully, I'll switch to the right scene this time. There we go. So, we got the right scene. And let me just get... I know I do have all 3 of them in the added. So, I am going to add them all. So, invite to party. There we go. So, we shall... Let me just invite... I know I definitely have them because I obviously I've interviewed them all before, so usually they've been consistently in the top 3. So Wolf, Moon, Sapple, they're quite close together anyway. So let's invite them to the party. I'm gonna make it. How do I make it invite only? There we go. I've made it invite only for now. So we will just have to wait and see if any of these guys would want an interview. I need to unmute the desktop audio a second, and I need to choose the right audio. That would help in the slightest. So I think I got the wrong audio selected on Xbox, which is annoying. No, I haven't. That's all right. We've got Seppel in there. We're just waiting, I think, on Wolf and Moo. But I think whilst we wait for Wolf and Moo, what a great result, Seppel, this week after Paul showing last week. How did you feel about that showing this week, Seppel?
Yeah, I'm really happy. First of all, good evening to everybody. I'm really happy with the result today. I'm pretty amazed that my pretty brave soft tire strategy worked, because I think I was the only one on softs going throughout the whole race. Yeah, I had some advantages in the first laps, and got third, I think, from 6 starting from 6 in grid, and did the best I could to keep my tires in shape, and everything worked well so far. So pretty amazed with the result for sure.
Definitely, because you weren't really aiming for the win, you were just aiming to get a higher result last week. Was that why you were playing a different strategy to everybody else, do you think?
No, I'm pretty short on practice the last 2 weeks because of private things to do. So I did some practice yesterday for about 1.5 hours, and I couldn't get these hard tires to. And then everything else, was basically experience, because I knew I'm a good tire saver, or I am good in tire saving, and normally in the race, the tire temperatures are usually about 10 degrees lower than I have them in practice. So I knew I can make the soft tires work, and I was sure that I couldn't make the hard tires work. So yeah, as I said, basically a little bit of experience, and a little bit of team name AOR veterans. So as I'm doing my 8th season, as I'm doing my 8th season, I have done a few races, and this was tonight, I think.
GT, is it 8th season in GT3 or 8th season of Project Cars?
No, it's the 8th season in GT3, yes, and a couple others in other leagues, yeah.
That is just commitment right there. Are you looking forward to the endurance race next week? What are your strategies going into next week's Nürburgring race? Because that could bring some challenges.
Oh no, next week is, as you may know, it's my home race. I'm living about 10 kilometers away from the Nürburgring, from the Nordschleife. I'm working at the Nordschleife, so in real life. So this is basically the only real race that counts for me this season.
You want to win, don't you?
I will win this for sure. But there's some pretty tough competition, I think, and I'm putting myself under some pressure every time when we're coming to the Nordschleife, and I'm most likely bottling it, according to the last season. So I'm just trying to not bottle it next week, and find a good result, and probably keep the Lambo guys honest again.
Yes, we do have a lot of Lambo guys this season as well, so that should be interesting. But great third place on you, and hopefully we'll see a good result for you again next week. And then we'll go to second place man, Moo. What a great result for you as well, a second podium in a row there. How's that strategy work for you? Because you were a bit far behind to Wolf, but you were obviously trying to keep him intact. And how does that race go for you, do you think?
Oh yeah, that race went alright. It was a lot less painful than I thought it was going to be with the cold conditions. The hards really were not in their element. And yeah, I was trying to take tyres later than Wolf so that I could be faster at the end, but he was just too quick in the middle. That didn't matter.
So you're kind of running your own race pretty much, but were you trying to avoid any trouble as well? Because you were having something in your mind that you were trying to involve some incidents that you may have had last season in your second race. Were you trying to keep it clean, do you think, due to the fact you were a bit too further behind?
Yeah. I was a little bit nervous that Seppel was going to catch up to us. I wasn't sure how fast he was going to go on the softs, so I was very much just, even if I didn't have a shot at passing him, but even if I did, I probably would have just left him to it, just to try for both of us to go faster.
Yeah, I think that would have worked out well for you as well. So 1-2 for Team Highlands Racing then. It looks like you it looks like you're aiming for the constructors as well again this season. It looks like you're doing well, 2 1-2s in a row. Are you going to get a third in a row, do you think? But Seppel could be catching up.
Yeah, there's some competition there for sure that wants to deny us, but we're pretty much out of reach at this point.
You never know. You never know. Hopefully the endurance race can go well for you as well. What is your top tip for that one to make sure you get a second place or possibly a win to challenge Wolf, do you think?
3 pit stops.
3 pit stops. That is a good call, to be honest. I've never done much endurance races anyway, so it'll be interesting to see how that works out. Thank you, well done on second place, but Wolf, you dominated that race again. The second win in a row. That is definitely a better result than last season's second race, I've got to admit. Were you a bit worried going into the second race it was going to happen? The same thing was going to happen last season to this season, or?
No. To be honest, I think mainly I was just scared of the cold temperatures and the hard tyres. It's just really bad that race.
Because Britain is quite cold.
Yeah.
Because you finding it quite challenging. How excuse me, my cough is getting quite bad at the moment. How does it feel to get that second win in the row then?
Not bad considering Algarve was like the second most hated track in the game. To win there, maybe it was pretty good, and to win here with the cold conditions, yeah.
I'm
I
actually
despise
pretty
it.
shocked about that, seeing to the fact you were dominating quite a lot there. What made you pit before most of your rivals then? Was it because you wanted to try and get ahead maybe, or?
No, it was just mainly, I just wanted to make the new tyres actually worthwhile. So 15 laps on the first set and then 15 laps on the second set, equals itself out. So that's all I was thinking there.
Yes, and I think you and Moo must have worked very well to try and get that 1-2 there. You think you're going to aim for the constructors as well as the drivers again, and you're going to get the double just like you did last time?
Yeah, same as usual. Same as last season.
Take it every race, I've got to say.
Yeah.
And how are you feeling about Nürburgring next week? Is it one of your favourite tracks, or are you going to take it as it comes?
I'd say it's my favourite track. I've got the GT3 world record there, and then I've got the GT1 or like GT overall world record there as well. So most to lose.
Stiff competition then, because Seth wants to win, you want to win, and Moo wants to win. So to be honest, I won't be surprised if the top three will stay the same next week. So no pressure. So yeah, well done to you all for winning. Moo on second and Seth in third. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks to our sponsors, Elgato, Fosmasters, and GT Amiga Racing, and also thank you guys for watching the stream. We hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you stay tuned, same time next week for some more GT3 action. But until now, I've been Jess Games 95, and good night.